the rise of automation in project management has been a game changer. It promises to eliminate tedious, repetitive tasks, freeing up project teams to focus on strategy, problem-solving, and high-value work. Smartsheet, a leading work management platform, has made a significant push in this area, offering powerful automation capabilities to its users. However, for a project manager or a business looking to invest in a solution, it's not enough to just know that automation exists. It's vital to understand its boundaries. So, a critical question for many is, are there any limitations to Smartsheet's automation capabilities? As a project management expert, I can tell you that while Smartsheet's automation is robust and highly effective for a wide range of use cases, it does have specific limitations. Understanding these boundaries is key to designing efficient workflows and avoiding potential roadblocks. Knowing what the tool can and cannot do allows you to build smarter processes and, if necessary, leverage other tools to bridge the gaps. Let's dive into the key limitations of Smartsheet's automation capabilities. 1. Trigger and action constraints. The foundation of Smartsheet's automation is the if-this-then-that logic. An automation rule is triggered by a specific event, e.g., a row is changed, a date is reached, and then it performs a specific action, e.g., send an alert, change a cell value. While the range of triggers and actions is extensive, it's not unlimited. Trigger granularity. Triggers are often tied to rows or dates. For example, you can't easily trigger an automation based on a summary report changing. You also cannot trigger an action based on a complex or logic with multiple unrelated conditions without creating separate automation rules. For instance, if status is stuck or blocked and assignee is John Doe, you might need multiple rules to handle this effectively. Action complexity. The actions are well-defined, e.g., send an alert, request an update, change a cell value, move a row. However, complex, multi-step actions within a single automation rule can be limited. For example, you can't set up a single rule that says, when a task is marked complete, then update the project budget, and then create a new task in a different sheet, and then notify the project sponsor. This often requires a chain of separate automations or a more advanced integration. 2. Integration with third-party systems. Smartsheet has a growing list of native integrations with popular services like Microsoft Teams, Slack, and various business intelligence tools. It also has a robust API that allows for custom integrations. However, the native point-and-click automation capabilities are primarily focused within the Smartsheet ecosystem itself. Limited external actions. While Smartsheet can trigger alerts to external tools, like sending a Slack notification, it generally cannot perform complex actions within those external tools directly from an automation rule. For example, you cannot create a new record in a CRM like Salesforce or a new ticket in a help desk system directly from a Smartsheet automation rule without a third-party integration platform like Zapier or a custom-coded solution. Data transfer limitations. Moving data between different platforms requires an integration. The simple automations within Smartsheet do not, by themselves, act as an integration platform. They cannot, for instance, pull data from a live database and populate a sheet row based on a trigger. 3. Reporting and dashboard limitations. Smartsheet's automation is excellent for managing the data within sheets. However, its automation doesn't extend as deeply into the reporting and dashboard layers. No automated report updates. While reports automatically update as their source sheets change, you cannot set up an automation rule to, for example, when a project is marked complete, then automatically send the executive dashboard as a PDF to the project sponsor. This typically requires a separate manual process or a different type of alert rule. Dashboard widget limitations. Automation rules don't directly manipulate dashboard widgets. For instance, you can't have an automation rule change the color of a dashboard chart based on a trigger. The dashboard is a visualization layer that reflects the data, but it's not a layer that can be automated itself. 4. Advanced logic and conditions. For straightforward business processes, Smartsheet's automation is powerful. However, for highly complex or conditional logic, its capabilities can be stretched. No complex conditional logic, the simple if-then logic works well. However, you can't build advanced conditional statements that involve multiple nested conditions or complex Boolean logic, e.g., if this or that and not the other thing. While you can chain automation rules or use formulas in your sheets to pre-process data for a simpler trigger, the automation engine itself isn't a replacement for a full-fledged workflow automation platform. Time-based limitations. While you can trigger automations on specific dates, you can't easily set up an automation to, for example, trigger an alert on the third Tuesday of every month at 9 a.m. The triggers are more aligned with specific sell dates or a recurring time frame, e.g., daily, weekly. 5. Automation history and management. While Smartsheet provides a logs to track which automation rules have been triggered, managing a large number of complex rules can become a project in itself. Centralized rule management. For very large organizations, managing hundreds of automation rules across many sheets can be challenging. There isn't a single master control panel for all automations across a workspace. Rules are typically managed at the sheet level. This can make it difficult to get a holistic view of all automations or to find and troubleshoot a specific rule that might be causing an issue. The takeaway for a project management expert. Smartsheet's automation is a powerful and accessible tool for enhancing efficiency, but it's not a magic bullet. For a project manager, it's critical to see it as a key component of a larger technology stack, not as a standalone, do-it-all workflow engine. Leverage it for repetitive tasks. Use it for what it's best at. Sending automated reminders, assigning tasks based on status changes, requesting updates, and moving rows when a task is completed. Use formulas to enhance triggers. If you need more complex logic, use formulas in your sheet to create a simple, binary trigger column, e.g., yes or no, that can then be used to initiate an automation rule. Know when to integrate. For tasks that require interaction with external systems, plan to use a third-party integration platform like Zapier, WorkAuto, or the Smartsheet API. Plan your automations. Treat automation design like a mini project. Map out your desired workflow and identify the specific triggers and actions that Smartsheet can handle. A clear understanding of the tool's limitations will lead to a more successful and sustainable automation strategy. Smartsheet's automation capabilities are fantastic for a majority of use cases in project and work management. However, its limitations in advanced conditional logic, external system integration, and reporting automation mean that it's crucial to approach its use with a clear understanding of its boundaries. By doing so, you can build smarter, more effective workflows and avoid the frustration of trying to make the tool do something it wasn't designed to do.